Okay, am I filming? Yeah, okay, I'm filming. So this is July 3rd at 6 p.m. and this is new. This is doubled at least in the last day and a half. And so I just saw part of the right-hand bank collapse about 30 seconds ago, a minute ago. And it's obviously continuing to collapse. Here's some water coming out of the perforated pipe that Goose installed. I don't know what the plastic is. I didn't know that was there. Didn't know he put that there. There's obviously some stone underneath it that he had put to support the perforated pipe, I guess. And you can see that I've been walking over that. Maybe I shouldn't do that anymore. You can see that there's like I don't know if you can see it in the video, but there's water streaming out through that hole underneath. It's like a overpass thing right there, and water, just massive amounts of water for an area that's supposed to be dry, flowing down in a stream. It's like the Grand Canyon, it's just flowing through, and I can't get too close to the edge because I'm afraid it'll collapse. So moving over to where it did just now collapse, that fresh brown on the right is all just, oops, here it is, fresh collapse that I just saw happen. It's really hard to show it with this camera. There's some white pipe over to the left, which the water should be coming through. I haven't gone down below yet. See what's actually, yeah, you can see how much sand is in that water, and the torrent of water coming down there underneath where the bank was that Goose just replaced. I can't believe he screwed it up this badly, frankly. I'm just aghast and horrified. And even that white pipe actually had to be redone. It was already redone in the last month. Oh, more collapsing. Actually not too far from where I'm standing, so I think I'll move back. I'm going to walk down a little bit. I can't get too close to the edge, obviously. It's all sand here, and I'm up here by myself, so if I go down in it, that might be the end of me. So, like I'm walking on top of where there could be an avalanche any moment here. So I'll have to turn around the camera in a minute and face back up. I haven't looked at what's going on. The water's flowing into the pipe here, into the pipe that it should be flowing through. But this is, 3/4 at least, for 80% of the way down. It should have been flowing through that pipe. But now it's finally, here's another crevasse actually, a little mini crevasse. Which I'll try to carefully walk around. Yeah, so instead, you can see where it flowed over here as well. Yeah. Oh my God, look at all that sand down there that should be up here. Look at that, those trees are getting buried. You see all that sand? I don't know if you can see it. Man, oh man. So sad. Okay, so coming back up here to this pipe, we have, oh look, you can see the river. You don't really have much perspective about how high that is, but those banks there are about 8 feet high, maybe, guessing. So here comes the water, down, 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 and around the bend, and up here into this, look at all that foam, unbelievable. That looks like brown foam there, into the pipe that it should be flowing through to start with. Look at how much water's in there. All right, I'm going to shut this off for a minute and start again with a different perspective. Holy crap. I'm down at the bottom where it should be flowing out of, but you can see with all that sand around the side how much sand has flowed down over where it should have flowed. And there's some coming out of that pipe. That's the end of the pipe we just saw it flowing into. And there are a bunch of holes here. I've got to be really careful where I walk, although there's no avalanche possibility here, just falling into a hole possibility. Okay. Now, here's more sand and foamy sand. This is feet above what it was when I was just down here a few days ago, standing on soft sand. I hope this is not like quicksand anywhere or anything. Jesus, look at that. Again, you can't see the perspective, but the wall on each side is 2 feet high, maybe at least 3 feet high on the left there, of sand that has just been deposited here in the last few days. And on the right as well. All that is new sand. All that. I'm standing on it. Over here. That was the sand out of the hill. And God, I hate to think what's down below. Hate to think. But here it's coming out. Interestingly, only a little bit is coming out of the black pipes. If I can show you that. Here. Not that much. There was more coming out of it the other day. So it's coming out of it instead up above and in other places. So that's interesting and bad. And there's what you just saw. We just saw it flowing in before. Now you see it flowing out. Okay. I'm going to go back up and get another perspective. Up and down here first, because you can see there's the outflow of the 2 pipes there next to each other. And then we go up the hill where there's water's flow. I guess you can't get the perspective really of the angle. But the cavern is up there next to that tree. I'll go back up to it again. A little dip there where water has flowed through. And all this sand, there's only about half of it left, what Goose put in the fall. That to the right, so that's where I was before, where the water's flowing in. That to the right there, you can just kind of barely see that. Sort of between those little stones, I'll get closer, is black pipe. That's the black pipe that's coming down from above. You can see the green strip on the side of it, which I believe is supposed to be on the top, I think, not on the side anyway. And then that's coming from up here. So you can see here it's on the right of the big pipe. There's the big pipe. There's the black pipe. Where is it again? There it is. It's to the right of the big pipe as you look up the hill. Down below it was to the left of the big pipe. There it's going up across the big pipe. And it started up in the pond way to the left of the big pipe. Way over to the, like, that way. The black pipe heads up that way, whereas the big pipe heads up that way, underneath the willow. So it's crossed over twice, the big pipe. The little pipe is crossed over the big pipe. And that's a mystery, why that was done that way. But then there are a lot of mysteries here. Look at all this jute. This jute hanging down, supposed to hold the seed down. Did seed well. The grass took fairly well on this slope, not well on the other slope at all, but there's the cavern from this perspective. Again, I got to try not to get too close to the edge, because something could wash out. Oh, it's not too bad here, I think. Yeah. So there's the cave-in from a few minutes ago. There's some little bit was falling down right there. Couldn't really see it through the camera, but I could see it with my eye. There's a drip coming from the white pipe even. Well, that's that white pipe. See, that black pipe on the ground was the pipe that Goose, I don't know if you can see at the top of that, there's duct tape. Goose duct taped together. So that obviously fell apart a while ago. We knew that. And Dave Lawrence came and added some white pipe, which is dripping, but it was an emergency add, you know, on top of that hay bale there. And then it connects up again to the black pipe we saw going down. So that was an emergency patch. Right there. Okay, I'm going up more. Okay, this is the top again, but I think this is from the below the pond perspective, so I'm standing on the same side as I was before, but I'm facing up towards there's the pond up there. And this is where it's coming out, coming down. Hard to get this angled right. There's that pipe we just saw a minute ago. So I guess this is going to be sideways now on the viewer. Oh shit. Started to give way underneath me there. That was scary. Okay. So back up to the top, this mystery, total mystery, this black plastic. Water coming through from under it, out from the perforated pipe, which is totally bizarre. Always that perforated pipe was bizarre to me. And now it's even more so. I don't know where it's coming into it. I guess from up there. Yeah, so it's draining the water up there and it's coming out here. What's the point of that? There's that overpass that I shouldn't walk on again. God knows what other caverns are underneath here I can't see. There's the whole scope of it. Here's this hole. This is from where it was washing into the big pipe up above, which is now closed off. But if the water, I'm going to scan around to the pond in a second. Oh, there's some more caving in over there. If the water, Bob Lapp's Machines and Stone, planning to do a repair of the repair. So if the water's come up a couple feet in a couple days, even with that lower pipe open, that in theory was not leaking. As far as I can tell, that lower pipe is not leaking, although I don't know exactly where all the water's going. It should be coming out of it. This is the big pipe that's supposed to be taking the water. You can hear the water flowing, but I think that's from the torrent you saw below. You can hear that. There's no light here, but it's damp in the bottom of the pipe here, but that's it. There's no water flowing in it, but if the water comes up another, how far is that? Hard to tell from this angle, maybe 10 inches, 8-10 inches, it'll be going through this big pipe, which hard to know if that's going to be better or worse, frankly. Oh, there's the pond, beautiful reflection. And there's water coming in from a spring over there, just beneath that double tree there. There's a spring on the side about a foot up, right below the right-hand tree that's leaning out over the pond. There's actually right above it, right above the trunk of it. Can't really see it here, but there's a spring there that's flowing. And then the main entry pipe to the pond is over here to the left, just below the willow tree, more or less. Can't see it now. You can see it flow when the water's lower. You could see it flow the other day. And then the outflows, the one I just showed you, which isn't in use at the moment, the lower one is right below that twig. Right now about 2 feet down. It's a 4-inch pipe. And then there's an overflow over here, which is the beginning of that perforated pipe that is getting a lot of water. Must be from this area here, coming out where you saw it springing out at the top of that. And this is not far from the electric box, and the line goes kind of straight across from that box over to that transformer, which you can't see. Kind of straight behind, you can almost see it, green box straight behind the yellow pointy thing there. So there's an underground wire below the pipes going across that way, which we're getting close to at this point. So I think that's what I have to show you right now. If I see something else, I'll do another little section of film. Okay, I know you can't see this here, but I just heard it. This is like 2 minutes after I just stopped filming. Putting down somebody's beer bottle. Somebody left this here. Wouldn't mind knowing who that is. So this just cascaded down the lower right. Oh, you can see a little bit of it still trickling down there. So I could hear it. I could hear it and turn around and saw it cascade a little bit. It really is like the making of the Grand Canyon here. Oh, Lordy. Very traumatic. There's that underpass, overpass thing. It doesn't go back that far, actually, so the water's coming right out there. I don't know from... Oh, I know. Ah! Okay. Alrighty. So I got that figured out. Okay. So that is coming out. It's all coming out of this black pipe, or a lot of it is. And that's probably where it yep, that's where it junctions with the white pipe. That's why not a lot is coming out of that white pipe down below, because it's all coming out up here. Okay, that explains that. It's underneath there that you can't see where it's separated, but I'm sure that black pipe and white pipe are joined under there, and they've separated. And that, my friend, is what has caused this. That is what has caused almost this entire thing. Oops, there's more cascading down below. Is that black and white pipe that he probably duct taped together have separated. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Yeah, more cascades down there. Let's see what I can see about this. I don't think I can see much under there, but by tomorrow it'll probably be more exposed. So that's it. That's the start of, that's the start of it right there. I'm looking straight down, kneeling on the ground above this pipe that's supposedly to let water in. What a crazy idea. I always wondered about this. So he put the perforated pipe in and it's pouring out exactly where it shouldn't, right under the ground, which is exactly what you said it wouldn't do. Now, why is it pouring out there? I mean, to follow his theory, it wouldn't pour out there if it was a clearer path for it to flow through. So obviously, it's probably not a clear path for it to flow through. And why is that? Is that because it's separated from the white pipe down below? I'm guessing yes. Take off my shoes maybe so I could crawl in there farther down and see where all that is flowing from. Or maybe it's just also not big enough. Well, but it's also I mean, it's coming out of the perforations, which is just insane. Should not be perforated pipe here or something. Just insane. And here comes the black plastic up here. More black plastic. And that would be in a straight line. Okay, I'm standing on top of where the water's coming out of. And it's dry on this side now, at the moment. And it's straight in a line, absolutely, where that white pipe is coming out of the pond. Straight line, absolutely straight line. This is for sure where the white pipe comes down and he joined that black pipe into it. Fucking disaster. Sorry. Pardon me.